Hi, Osama is here, and in this video, I will explain everything you need to know about the PMI Scheduling Professional, the PMI-SP exam. So let's get started. Before we get started, I'm gonna give a little bit about myself before we move on. I'm a practitioner in project control since 2010, skilled in planning, Power BI, delay analysis, and the claims. I have a bachelor degree in civil engineering. I studied my MBA in the UK. I did all my research around construction projects. I worked in super large construction projects, and I am based in the UAE. And I offer project control services for companies, delay analysis and claims services, project control training. I am PMP, PSP, CCP, and PMI-SP certified. Why should you pursue a PMI-SP certificate? After you earn the certification, you can present the PMI-SP initials after your name, so it can give you a recognition, of course. Achieve professional status as an expert by earning the credential. Certify your great knowledge. So, for example, when you show up in an interview, the hiring manager will unlikely ask you questions about total float, for example, because you are PMI-SP certified. Add the most widely recognized certificates in the planning field to your portfolio. Learn the best practices of planning and scheduling. Access a wealth of high quality knowledge from the study materials. And get shortlisted for interviews and have better career opportunities. I want to first talk about the paradox of choice and how certifications are related to that concept. Let's assume that you have two mobile phones. They are identical. Okay, two different brands, so they are identical. They both have the same price, but one of them has an additional camera that you will not probably use, right? And right now you are making a decision on which phone you are going to buy. If you are like most of us, you will choose the one with the additional camera. Because why not? You know, it's the same price, same specifications, but one of them is slightly better. You're gonna just pick that one, because you have so many good options to choose from and you need to choose only one. So that's the paradox of a choice. It happens when there are so many good options to choose from. How is it related to our career? Let's assume that two candidates apply for the same job. Both of them have 7 years of overall experience, 2 years local experience. They both worked in large projects. And this can be very real life scenario, by the way. It happens, so many candidates are applying and you can find some similarities. Some people have the same quality of experience and the quantity of experience. But one of them is PSP and PMI-SP certified. And the hiring manager will have to choose one. They are both the same, they are knowledgeable and experienced. Which one are you going to pick? If you think about it, and if you are like most of us, you're gonna choose the one who is certified, because why not? Maybe this planning engineer will write emails, of course, and communicate to the consultant. So the planning engineer will write the initials of the certifications after his name. It will give him recognition, and the planning department will be recognized as a team of experts in front of clients. The good thing about certification is it's a one-time effort. You can invest the time and the effort upfront and reap the benefits throughout your whole career. So for example, after I have become PMI-SP certified, I did my preparation at that time. Maybe you spend a month or so working so hard, focusing on the preparation. But after you earn the certification, you reap the benefits, because I have done the PMI-SP in the past and I'm still certified. I earned the certification. I still need to maintain PDUs, but it's the easy part. But once you become certified, you earn the certification for life. So it's like a good investment for me. According to the PMI fact file, there are 3,263 PMI-SP certified professionals. And that's the fact sheet, by the way, for all other certifications. If you think there are so many PMI-SP certified engineers, think again. Because if you search LinkedIn with planning engineer and you filter by people, you will find that there are 638,000 planning engineers. So the 3,000 PMI-SP certified engineers is like a drop in an ocean. It's nothing compared to the pool of the market, which is really huge. So if you add initials after your name, it will help you stand out. At least you will have chances of being shortlisted for an interview. You must do your best to secure the best opportunities. You can earn certifications, you can learn skills, just do whatever you can. And earning certifications is one of them. I will walk you through the certification journey. We will talk about eligibility, application submission, exam preparation, what to expect on the exam day, and receiving your results. Let's talk first about eligibility. If you have a bachelor degree, then you need at least 24 months scheduling experience and you need at least 30 hours of project scheduling education to be completed prior to the exam. If you don't have a bachelor degree, you need 40 months of scheduling experience and 40 hours of scheduling education. It has to be scheduling education. Keep that in mind. So you cannot take a course on general project management. Application submission. You can create an account with the PMI and create a new application submission under the PMI-SP exam, and you will fill your information. Contact information, college education, experience, and your training and education. Once you open the application, it will remain active for 90 days. After submission, PMI will take 5 to 10 days to review. You will receive a feedback email. So you're gonna receive a response 5 to 10 days after the application submission. You will either get an approval and you will be cleared to schedule the exam, or you will receive an audit. So they wanna verify the information that you have submitted. In that case, you have to upload or provide your education certificates, your work experience letters, the completion certificate of your scheduling training, etc. But when you submit your application, you don't need to upload any documents. You just need to fill the information. A specific percentage of applications are randomly selected for an audit. After the application is approved, you will make the payment. Then schedule the appointment. The exam fees, it depends on whether or not you are a member. If you are a member, you will pay the membership fees $120, exam fees $520. So that's the total amount to be paid. If you are not a member, you will pay that amount. So of course, I recommend you to become a member so you can get the discounted fees. You will pay less, and also you will receive some of the membership benefits. Exam preparation. The exam has 170 multiple choice questions and you have 3.5 hours to complete it. We have multiple domains and each domain has a specific weight in the exam. The first domain is schedule strategy. It accounts for 14% of the exam. It's equivalent to 21 questions. Schedule planning and development accounts for 31%. Schedule monitoring and controlling, it's the largest area, and It is the one that has the highest weight in the exam. It accounts for 35%. Schedule closeout, 60%, and stakeholder communication management, 14%. The number of scored questions is 150 questions. Number of unscored questions, 20 questions. Total number of questions is 170. So what does that mean? When you sit for the exam, you will answer 170 questions, but 20 of them will not be scored. You will be scored on 150 questions only. They just want to do this system for transparency and receiving feedback, but you don't have to worry about that. And you will not know which questions will be scored and which questions will be unscored. So just answer all 170 questions. The exam duration is 3.5 hours. The exam domains. First domain is schedule strategy, 14%. It's about overall strategy. I'm not gonna cover everything in detail, but it's about like establishing a schedule management plan, reviewing contract documents, like planning and establishing the strategy for the schedule development. Schedule planning and development, 31%. It's a quite large area. It's about defining activities and the milestones, estimating activity durations. So you are actually developing the schedule at this stage, sequence activities, identify critical path. You can at this stage also, you will perform risk analysis, include feedback from stakeholders to finalize the schedule. And in the third domain, schedule monitoring and controlling, 35% of the examination. It's all about progress reports, progress analysis, earned value management, corrective actions, etc. And the fourth domain is schedule closeout, 60%. It's about obtaining final acceptance and distribute final schedule reports. It's about updating your OPA, operational process assets, and the lessons learned, archiving schedule files, the as-built schedule, etc. Stakeholder communications management, 14% of examination. It's about stakeholder management. So managing relationships with different stakeholders, how to communicate the schedule and the reports, the recommended study materials, practice standard for scheduling, relevant chapters from PM book. On PMI's website, they will tell you that you have to refer to the PM book, but I think it's a waste of time to go through the whole PM book, because otherwise you will be preparing for the PMP, but you don't really need to learn everything from the PM book for the PMI-SP. You need to study relevant chapters and selected topics only. You also need to refer to the PMI-SP exam content outline. In the practice standard for scheduling, there are 5 chapters. Chapter 1, Introduction. Chapter 2, Schedule Model Principles and the Concepts. Chapter 3, Schedule Model Good Practices Overview. Chapter 4, Scheduling Components. Chapter 5, Conformance Index. But you don't really have to refer to that chapter at all, because there are no questions about it in the exam. So don't really waste the time and the effort looking at that chapter. From the PM book, you need to study Chapter 5, Project Scope Management, only the WBS creation process. And the Project Schedule Management, you have to fully study that chapter. In Chapter 7, Project Cost Management, you only need to learn about the process group of cost control and earned value management. Chapter 9, Human Resource Management, you only need to look at the Plan HR management. In Chapter 10, Project Communication Management, and you also need to look at risk management. It's a huge area. There are many questions about risk in the exam. And Chapter 13, Project Stakeholder Management. There are 2 main challenges in the exam preparation. Challenge number one, the weight of all study materials is not equal. So I'm gonna take one example from the PMP because we are all familiar with the PMP exam. In the PMP, you have 10 knowledge areas: scope management, time management, and cost management, etc. If you took the PMP or if you are familiar with the PMP content, you will find that the weight of all knowledge areas is almost equal. Like you will be tested adequately in the PMP exam across all domains. But it is not the case with the PMI-SP. So there are different components, areas. You will be tested heavily in some topics compared to other topics. The second challenge is no practice questions. So the recommended materials explain the theories, but practice questions are not included and they are very, very important. The last thing you want to do is to show up in the exam and practice the questions in the exam itself. You must be familiar with the nature of the questions and the tricks that the PMI does in the examination. What to expect on the exam day? It's a 3.5 hours long exam, so have a healthy breakfast that has slow digesting the carbs that will give you a steady supply of energy over long periods. I recommend arriving 45 minutes before the exam starts to account for the delay associated with transportation, traffic, finding a parking, finding the test center, checking in, etc. Because you will most likely visit the testing center for the first time on that day. Bring a valid government issued photo ID that has your signature. And it's very important. It can be your passport or your national ID, but in some countries, the signature is not a part of the national ID. And if you have a passport and you don't have a signature, you need to sign. You know, there is a place where you need to sign. So you must keep that in mind. You need to have an ID that has your signature. Calculators are not allowed in the PMI-SP. The testing center will provide you with paper and pencil only. Receiving your results, you will receive the exam report at the test center the day you sit for the examination because it's a multiple choice questions. The exam will be automatically graded by the system. You can also access your exam report and download your certificate from your PMI's account right after the exam. You will receive an email notifying you when your exam report is available online. Moreover, your details will be added to the PMI's certification registry. If you search for PMI's certification registry, it has the list of all certification holders. And when you pass the PMI-SP, your details will be added to the registry, so anyone can search your details in the registry and they will find that you are a PMI-SP in a good standing. Alright, so I hope you found this video informative. If you need help with the PMI-SP exam preparation, check out our comprehensive exam preparation course. You get detailed tutorials plus 3 mock-up exams with the model answer. For more details, visit www.smartpmtraining.com, and I wish you all the best in your PMI-SP exam preparation journey.